The root cause of hype is hope.
Where have you been? I've been waiting for so long.
In the hearts of fans, in the best laid plans of teams believing that potential shown will be promise fulfilled. In this game, one name can be all it takes to unite a city, to ignite a flame that burns for years, turning a stretch of time into an era. So listen closely for the sound that might mean before and after for a franchise. A sound that may echo for a generation and beyond. It could come at any time because within each man lives the chance to change fortunes. Build on a legacy or anchor a dynasty. One choice made. Countless spirits lifted. One name spoken. And a new age begins.
Welcome to the 2021 UHL Draft. My name is SRSD and I am the UHL Commissioner. The draft consists of 2 rounds. The first round where each team gets 1 selection, and the second round being where only the 8 teams that did not make the playoffs will get a selection. The first pick in the 2021 UHL Draft goes to the Compton Assassins. They are on the clock.
Well, Dickie, this is the moment of truth. We're about to find out who's right. You had them going with TJ Van Ree, and I had them going with Austin Barneveld-Crawford. Let's see who they pick. Let's go back to the commissioner. He's ready to make his announcement.
With the first pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Compton Assassins select TJ Van Ree out of Grand Valley State University.
I knew it! Don't get cocky now. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about what TJ Van Ree will bring to this squad? Well, with this pick, Compton is hoping that TJ will bring some stability to their goalie position. They haven't had that in a while with Quay Blunson, so I'm saying that the Compton Assassins are going to start TJ Van Ree. Well, I can't argue with that. He is by far the more superior goalie. Now the next pick goes to the Philadelphia Blunts. They have been struggling for a while and are hoping for a draft pick that'll help turn their franchise around. I believe this was the first time we agreed in the draft. That is true. We both agreed that Carter Wilmot would be the best person to go with at this selection. The commissioner's ready to make his announcement.
With the second pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Philadelphia Blunts select Carter Wilmot of Grand Valley State University.
Wowza! Wilmot has amazing senses, especially for a freshman defender. His offensive awareness is as high as we've seen in a long time, and he also has the physical attributes to go head up against bigger UHL players. Yes, indeed. Carter Wilmot is a good choice for Philadelphia, as he should be their starter over anybody else that they have on the team. He has a high rating and is ready to go and play at this level. Up next, we have the Nagasaki Narwhals with the third pick.
With the third pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Nagasaki Narwhals select Joshua Simpson from Belding High School.
Well, there's the first sophomore selected in this draft. Simpson will make history in the UHL as the first player with Down syndrome to be drafted into the league. He is a solid player with a great frame. He has become quite adept at winning those face-offs. How do you see him fitting in with the Nagasaki Narwhals roster? Well, like most rookies, I don't see him start. Me neither! Now, where I see him fitting in is probably around the 4th line. But with a good coaching up, I think he could pass Nicholas Dubois at some point during this season.
Those are pretty high hopes.
Well, in the UHL, sometimes you gotta put your nuts on the table and just hope that no one has a sledgehammer.
The commissioner is ready to announce the next pick.
With the 4th pick in the 2021 UHL draft, the Camel Island Camels select Adam Robson from Arizona State University.
I can't feel my fingers.
That came out of left field.
They're numb.
This is a surprise, to say the least. I knew there was a chance that Robson would go to the Camel Island Camels, but I didn't think they'd take him in the first round.
There goes my draft predictions.
The more I think about this selection by the Camels, the more it makes sense. This unexpected pick by new coach Kuzamijo is typical of the unorthodox system he will use.
This guy got busted in an illegal wildebeest breeding business last year on Mars. He cannot step foot on an entire planet now. He made so much money that the universe's richest man, Ronald Dump, asked him for loans. The authorities said what he did was illegal, but I say it was innovative.
But the real problem is, who does Camel Island dump at left wing now that they have one too many?
I think they have to choose between M. Steen and Mike Stankiewicz. And if you ask me, which you did, I'm going to have to dump Steen. I see little to no growth in a game, but I think Stankiewicz will flourish in this new system and will have a breakout year.
Stankiewicz has been in the league since 2013, and you think this will be his year? Steen has only been around for a few years now.
I call him like I see him, and our time is up. The commissioner is ready to make its next announcement.
With the 5th pick in the 2021 UHL draft, the New York Squirrels select Mel Haight from Grand Rapids Community College.
Well, both our draft predictions have been horribly wrong.
It's like Thunderdome.
Haight isn't a bad pick, though. I think he will work out well in the Big Apple. The Squirrels do not have a very good group of centers. Veteran Ping Chu is their first liner, and I think that Haight will step right in and fill that second line spot. Troy Martin and Colleen Joa round out the final 2 lines, and neither of them worry any defenders.
I couldn't agree more. The Squirrels definitely need some help with their centers. I actually think that Haight could be their first liner by the time the season starts, if he can take to Enzo Macaroon's coaching methods.
He better take to them like a dung beetle to a steaming pile of oxen
The
shit.
commissioner is ready to announce the next pick.
With the 6th pick in the 2021 UHL draft, the Phoenix Yaks select James Vincent out of Michigan State University.
The Yaks have made some huge changes in their system after missing the playoffs in back-to-back seasons for the first time in their franchise's history.
That's right. They enjoyed such success and won 3 Galvaball Cups under the old regime of Harper Armstrong. But those days are long gone, and the new era of Larry Coleman, Blajog Tronkar, and Jerome Jabroni has begun. They were able to form the first UHL super team.
They brought in veterans Luis Calderon and Brad Timmer, who will be first liners. And then, for good measure, they brought in Jake Gless, who has been the equivalent to a lucky rabbit's foot, as he has won back-to-back championships with 2 different teams.
If he can win a third this season with Phoenix, it would be the first time in league history that a player three-peated with 3 different teams. It would be like Lewis and Clark discovering a nugget of sour diesel in Sacagawea's moccasin.
Back to their selection, James Vincent, who I believe is going to be their starting center on opening day. He's a solid scorer and will be able to learn a lot from the veterans on the Yaks.
I agree, and I think the Phoenix Yaks end their drought and return to the playoffs in 2021. I don't see them winning the cup, but I do see them restoring the roar in Phoenix.
Do Yaks roar?
They do something maybe like this.
Thanks, Bear Grylls. Time to go back to the commissioner for the next pick.
With the 7th pick in the 2021 UHL draft, the Paris Artists select Carlos Gonzalez from the University of Florida.
Paris definitely needs defenders, and Gonzalez is one of the better ones left on the board. I think this helps them reach the goal of winning the 2021 Galvaball Cup.
You're still on that kick?
You bet your sweet sack I am. The Paris Artists are going to win their 2nd championship.
But it won't be this year. Gonzalez is going to be the last line of Paris' defense, literally. While I see him improving in the preseason, I don't see him making much of a difference in his freshman season.
Sometimes you just gotta believe that you can fly, like R. Kelly.
R. Kelly? Like your prediction flew too close to the pedophile son and splashed into an ocean of his own urine.
That's disgusting.
The commissioner is ready to make its next announcement.
With the 8th pick in the 2021 UHL draft, the Lagos Black Crown select Destiny Bavona from St. Francis College.
That's a good pick picked by Lagos. In my opinion, she slipped too far in this draft. She is the second best defender in this class.
Indeed, Lagos definitely lucked out on this one.
I think for a defender, this is the ideal place to go. The Blackgrounds had the best defense in the league last season. Bavona will be able to learn from one of the best defensive squads in the league.
Yes, Brooke Daly won the Kalia Trophy for being the best defensive player in the league. I think by the time the season starts, Bavona goes from third defensive pairing to second. She is a sponge, ready to absorb all the defensive knowledge.
I'm scared of sponges.
What? Why?
So much bacteria.
Okay. The commission is ready to announce the ninth pick.
With the ninth pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Lowell Bandits select Corey D. Vance from Grand Rapids Community College.
Another steal, and if anyone needed a 5-finger discount at this time, it is the Lowell Bandits. They were one of the teams who lost a player, Brad Timmer, to Phoenix's construction of their super team.
We both had Vance going much earlier, but Lowell is the winner here.
In my opinion, Vance is a better player than Timmer. Just look at their stats. In 16 games, Vance did what it took Timmer to do in 30. The Bandits are sitting pretty.
You have to remember that Vance put those numbers up in the college ranks and not in the UHL.
Unlike my ex-wife, numbers don't lie. They also don't put up an OnlyFans site behind your back and call it duty on my chest.
There's so much to unpack there.
Unpacking dinner on her torso.
I don't think this is the right time.
Is it ever the right time for a Cleveland steamer?
It's definitely not the right time to talk about it on live TV. Anyway, the commissioner is ready to make the next announcement.
With the 10th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Saskatoon Squatch select Julius Cross from Grand Rapids Community College.
Questionable pick to say the least, at least at this point in the draft, especially with Barneveld-Crawford still in the pool at left wing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Tristan Tremblay was thinking here, but with 0 left wingers left in their ranks, I bet you he was thinking, what the fuck, I need some left wingers.
Don't get me wrong, there are upsides to Cross, as he is fast and agile, and when in a pinch, we'll pull some jiu-jitsu out on that ass to fire up the crowd.
Well, at this point, Cross will be starting at left wing for the Squatch.
I'm assuming Saskatoon will be in the market come free agency time tomorrow for 3 more left wingers.
Well, if they want someone better than Cross, they're going to have to convince one of the few restricted free agents to leave their teams and join the Squatch.
That rarely happens.
And this is the reason why I don't pick the Squatch to win it all. They will be too weak at left wing.
Are you going to tell us who you picked to win it all?
In due time, you debonair boner.
Saved by the bell. The commissioner is ready to announce the next selection.
With the 11th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Kunibaroos select Andrea Shekel out of Grand Valley State University.
That is a good late first-round pickup. The right wings in this draft class will make their mark.
Shekel will most likely be a second liner for Kuniba.
Yeah, there is no way she is going to hit that first line with Night Sodomy in front of her.
No, but with Bloomberg hired as Kuniba's assistant coach, with a focus on both offensive and defensive skills, Shekel should be a top-tier forward by the end of the season.
I can see her competing for Rookie of the Year award. She's a solid player on an amazing team with a coach who could skin a koala 5 ways to Sunday.
I'm assuming that is a good thing.
Bet it is. Kuniba will be a contender for the cup this season.
So, you picked them to win it all?
Not so fast, my flaccid friend. I did not say that. And look, the commissioner is ready to announce the next pick.
With the 12th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the DeMam Stallions select Josh Cicerello from William Patterson University.
Josh Lecoq Cicerello. These late-round teams are making out like a stripper at an all-you-can-eat Festivus pole sale.
Again, I'm not getting the reference.
You wouldn't. It's a human thing.
I don't think it makes.
It is. And here are my thoughts on Cicerello. Right now, he is slotted for the 4th line. I'd say if I were a betting man, by the start of the season, he will be on that 3rd line, and his presence there will give the man 4 lines of solid centers.
Philip Brown, Darcy Richards, Josh Cicerello, and Scarlett Polk are solid anchors on each line. DeMam is looking damn good going into the 2021 campaign. The defending champion BBC CD Reapers better watch out. I think DeMam is ready to take the Bowers Division crown.
We shall see. And now we shall see who Alabama takes with the 13th pick.
With the 13th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Alabama Yellowhammers select Cameron Wuerfel from Grand Valley State University.
Well, they can't all be winners, Dickie.
I think you're going to be surprised at what Cam, aka Second Sergey, will do in the league. He might not have performed the best in the combines, but I believe there is a hidden fire in this kid that you won't find in everyone.
Maybe, but I don't see him getting out of that third parent anytime soon. His fundamentals are too low. If Alabama really wants to develop Cam, they will hire a defensive-minded assistant coach, and then he will be a solid second liner, maybe in a couple of seasons.
The main thing is that Alabama filled a spot they needed with this pick, and I think Cam will be a name we hear a lot more in the future.
I'll take your word on it, but now we send it back down to the commissioner.
With the 14th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Moscow Rat Monkeys select Ramon Leclerc from Hunter College.
This was to be expected. Leclerc is the second best goalie in this draft, and the Rat Monkeys are in need of a future franchise goalie.
That's the truth. Ruby Strange has been a solid netminder in Moscow for the past few seasons, but her time in the sun seems to be waning. The front office obviously thinks it may be time for a regime change.
I'm not sure if Leclerc will be taking the starting spot from Ruby this season, as I don't see the new assistant coach, Super Robot, coaching up a goalie. But never say never. If Leclerc buys into the system of Dmitry Gorbachev, he could have a shot.
They had very similar stats last season, but as we all know, Ruby was facing UHL caliber players and Leclerc was facing college players.
Time will tell, and right now, the commissioner will tell us who the next pick will be.
With the 15th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Mexico City Smog select Gus Payton from Ambassador High School.
Does Mexico City just enjoy using their draft picks as sandpaper ass wipes?
I'm as befuddled as you.
Well, if I want to look at this with rose-colored glasses, I would say that they needed to fill a spot for a backup goalie, and they know Death Rain, reigning goalie of the year, will need no true backup. Then this choice is right.
I suppose it does free up cap space, and then you also don't have to spend a bunch of money on a backup goalie, which are usually quite costly for the amount of time that they spend on the ice.
See? The old switcheroo, and that is why I'm picking the Mexico City Smog to win the Galvin Ball Cup this year. They've been climbing that ladder for the past 3 seasons, and I feel like this is the year.
Finally, we get to know!
You're welcome. And up next, we have the defending champion, BBC City Reapers.
With the 16th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the BBC City Reapers select Paul Okamasium from Stobart Community High.
The Reapers are left with the biggest hole ever in the UHL as all-time goal scorer Super Robot has retired, and BBC City will try to pick up the pieces.
Assassin and Backfire will still lead the charge, and they try to continue his legacy.
Try is the optimum word in that sentence. Let me tell you this, that if COVID-19 didn't ravish the universe, the Reapers wouldn't even have made the playoffs.
Oh, COVID was good for someone.
I wouldn't be surprised if Super Robot himself didn't release the virus.
All right there, Alex Jones.
I'm just saying, it worked out awfully well for the Reapers, this whole virus thing.
Back to Okamasium, who by our projection will be a fourth liner.
Yeah, and he does have a pretty good chance of winning the Rookie of the Year award as well. The Reapers are known for turning projects into princes.
Still, that's a huge hole between second line and third line.
Sure is, just like Ass Cave. Alright then, that's the end of the first round of the UHL draft. Stay tuned for the final 8 picks. We will be right back.
Alright, well we're back and ready for the 8 final picks that will be the second round of the 2021 UHL draft.
Compton is the first pick in the second round, and here's the commissioner to make the announcement.
With the 17th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Compton Assassins select Austin Barneveld-Crawford from Grand Valley State University.
Well, Dickie, we were both kinda right.
What do you mean?
Well, you had Compton selecting Van Ree with the first pick, and you were right. I had them picking Barneveld-Crawford with the first pick, and here they go, picking him also with the first pick.
Yeah, the first pick in the second round.
Either way, they were able to pull it off. Barneveld-Crawford is a steal in the second round.
Steal? This is like robbing a stagecoach full of gold bullion.
All right, Billy the Cock. Barneveld-Crawford will most likely begin his career behind Mark Ramirez on the second line for Compton, but he has a great potential for learning the game and should see his stock rise rather early.
It also depends on if Compton picks up a left winger in free agency.
Yes, it does. Now, the commissioner is approaching the podium. Let's see what happens next.
With the 18th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Philadelphia Blunt select Keith Okranitz from Fairview College.
I'm not sure how I feel about that pick. On one hand, Okranich will fill one of the two remaining spots for center, but on the other hand, he is pretty low rated to be a third liner.
Thinking Philly will be using its ample cap space to go after some high-powered free agents.
Kranich will definitely grow into his role and improve in his first season, and the Blunts need as much positivity as they can handle if they are hoping to reverse their losing ways.
If I remember correctly, the Blunts have never won a playoff game and rarely make the playoffs to begin with.
It will be interesting to see what Philly's new coach, Broderick Chamberlain, does with the Blunts.
Interesting for sure. The commissioner is ready to make the next announcement for the Nagasaki Norwales with the 19th pick.
With the 19th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Nagasaki Narwhals select Mac Wayne from the Federal University of Benin.
Wow. My sources from within the Nagasaki Narwhals organization, it seems as if the Narwhals were able to get the top two players on their draft board.
Wow, I'm not sure whether to be stupefied or amazed. Neither of their selections are anything to shake a stick at, but they did fill a lot of slots that they needed.
With Wayne, he could scratch and crawl his way up to the first line by the start of the 2021 season. Still, Nagasaki should be looking to grab some defenders in free agency, as this is still a weak spot on their team.
I'd agree. They are still having trouble in that department. They have a great goalie in Cody Hovey and a solid offense, but their defense has cost them the championship in 2019.
I think their ability to compete this year will all rest on whether or not they can amp up their defenders.
True that. The commissioner is ready to announce the 20th pick.
With the 20th pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Camel Island Camels select Shane Ruster from Cedar Springs High.
Picked by Camel Island, they have lost confidence in Bondi as their starter and are hoping that they can boost Ruster by the end of the season.
The problem is that Ruster has a long way to go before he reaches Bondi's status.
Camel Island has prepared for this. They hired Rex Lilly as their assistant coach, and he is a goalies coach. While I don't think Ruster will get any starts this season, I do believe he will jump up considerably if he puts in the time, and Camel Island gives him a few games to start.
Sounds legit to me. The commissioner is ready to announce the 21st pick of the UHL Draft.
With the 21st pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the New York Squirrels select Scott Halpain from the Denver Institute of Technology.
Well, all but one of the sophomores have been selected at this point.
Yes, but now Halpain gives New York 5 left wingers. Do you think they dump someone like Troy Martin or Colleen Joa? Or do you think they move them to right wing or center?
I think they will dump some players, as long as they can pick up somebody in free agency.
That starts tomorrow.
It does, and they need a right wing, defender, and goalie. And there are some good free agents out there. I'm thinking they may go for Crociani or Ian O'Brien to re-up on their goalie game. New York hasn't been the same since they lost Barrento to retirement.
Stefan Crociani is their best bet, in my opinion.
We will see tomorrow. The commissioner is ready to make the next announcement.
With the 22nd pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Phoenix Yaks select TJ Shibish from Macomb Community College.
Not bad at all, but at this point the Yaks have far too many players and will have to dump 3 by the end of tonight, or the league will randomly pick 3 players for them to dump.
You never want the league to decide that.
It has never happened before, so don't expect it to start now.
Shibish will be Phoenix's 7th defender, so I'm expecting them to dump Amanda Dykema as her time in the limelight has all but extinguished, like Garth Brooks's alter ego.
Oh, you mean Chris Gaines?
That guy.
Oh, the commissioner's coming back up to the podium.
With the 23rd pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Paris Artists select Danielle Walton from Indian Hills High. Well, Paris has added 2 defenders to their roster in this draft. They should really hire a defensive-minded assistant coach.
Yeah, if they want to see them develop before the season starts, they would be wise to do that. Both Walton and Gonzalez show a lot of potential.
The great thing about Walton being selected to Paris is that she won't have to travel far. The fans love her in Paris as it is her adopted hometown, and she will definitely be able to add ticket revenue.
Get that money and get that final pick from the commissioner right now.
With the 24th and final pick in the 2021 UHL Draft, the Lagos Black Crowns select Logan Richardson from Curly Tail University.
Buh, cats. Never a good pick in my opinion.
Now, the Black Crowns have a problem, as they have 7 defenders and only need 6. Who do they dump? Josh Hamlet is the lowest rated, but he has great potential for growth. Mills and Seabolt have little room for growth, but are high rated and would be ashamed to get rid of them.
Maybe they make a trade.
That is another option.
Well, that is it for the 2021 UHL Draft. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you at the first tournament in December. Yakadillis Circus.
Come on. Welcome. Yeah. Huh.